Hey everybody on YouTube, this is Dennis. Sorry I'm late coming live, but I had a meeting that I was stuck in and a little bit late. And so we're going to go over some news. KDE Frameworks 6.24 is coming out. There is a release of graphene for the cell phones by Motorola, which will be coming out this year. It's a completely different OS. It's a Linux OS. And by the way, the push for Linux in 2026 is going to be very big because of what Microsoft has done to everybody by turning around and telling them that their PCs are not compatible with their software. And that's kind of really a shame, because there's a lot of computers that are from 2019, let's say, they're still good and they're still working and they're in environments that are important. And for them to sit there and just junk perfectly good computers to get something new that Microsoft says has to be is kind of, well, cruddy to everybody. So the next step and alternative is either going to Mac or going to Linux, where you have your control back on your computer and what you're doing. Instead of having somebody from another company telling you what to do. And that's what Microsoft has been trying to do, unfortunately. But that's just the way it is, and unfortunately they're seeing what's happening and the big shift that's going on, and they're trying to track backwards on some stuff, and they're already looking at 12 coming out, and somebody's already sneaked out what 12 is going to look like, and it's a lot like 11 and has more AI in it than what 11 does, so a lot more spying on you than anything. Even though AI may be helping you, it's helping them too, because it is running in the background and taking images of the stuff that you're doing, and it's a security breach. And a lot of companies said they're not going to be able to use it because of security problems. Even with them trying to lock it up, every time Microsoft does an update, they do updates that force changes back to the way they were. And companies are sitting there saying, we can't deal with that. We can't have that. So, going to Linux, you know, it's fairly easy. It's not that hard, especially today. If you want to play games on it, you can. You can now play, the Steam games on it. There's some other companies out there that have games that you can play on Linux. So their market, as far as for gaming, is picking up a lot, and that's what they're trying to catch, is the gaming market now, besides all the other stuff that they've been doing. So I have a couple examples here of some of the systems that we have available that are fairly good and simple for people to use and get used to.
Shall we play a game?
And yes, I have all kinds of neat little toys and sounds going back to the old days. For instance, there's Pear OS, which is a Linux distro that basically looks like Apple in a way, and you think you're on an Apple machine in a kind of a way, that the way the interface is set up and everything else. So as I start it up here, we'll show you in a minute what that looks like. And there's my screen. And we're waiting for it to come up here. So it starts out kind of like an Apple computer. And again, this is just something that if people want to have something that looks like this, that's great. It's a very nice operating system, I think. I've ran it for a little while and tested it out. And let's see if I can get rid of this. Don't need that. We'll turn around here. It's still coming up. There we go. I'll change the display settings so it'll look better. By the way, this is on a virtual machine, so that's why it looks a little different than what everybody else is used to seeing. We'll go there and we'll apply that, and there we go. I want to keep it. So that's what Pear looks like. It looks basically like a Apple. You got all your menus items up here at the top, you know, for different things, similar to what the Mac does. And then you got your icons down here, and if you want to open up, like going to the internet, it does the same thing, bounces. And it should open up the browser. There it is. Yeah, it's going a little bit slow today. There we go. Now you're in the Google site. So again, you can web browse with it. You also have email. You got maps. You got a calendar. A to-do list. And music. Here's the app store for it, so that you can add applications to it. Norton VPN, Firefox, GIMP, OBS Studios, which is what we use. And we'll close this. So this is what the new Pear OS looks like. It kind of looks like a Macintosh. So and we go over here. And we're going to go to shutdown. And so I'm just giving you different options here and different looking systems. Here's a kind of an MX version of Linux, but it's for music and videos set up for that alone by itself, to do all kinds of like video stuff, music stuff. That's the purpose of the OS that's coming up right now. And it'll take just a minute because we're in a virtual environment. So this is AVMX. And yep, it's a little slow, but it does come up. And it uses a very light desktop, which is Enlightenment. It's very lightweight, so you can use this on any machine that you want to use it on. It's will make it easy on even older machines. So it can be run off of those, and it'll run on laptops too. And we'll go with that. And that. We'll go with that. For updates, enable taskbar, and there you go. And let's see here, can we adjust? I'm not sure where it's at here to adjust the size, but again, this is what it's used for, is a lot of video tools. In applications, here's all the different tools for the system, other Office, which is not much of anything, but media, this is where all of they're strong with, is all these programs which are media programs. We've got OSP Studio. Oops. I clicked that too fast. But anyways, this gives you an idea of what this is. Again, it's another version of Linux which you can use. Here's another nice one that I like. I've used this a couple times, just trying to see how it is and works. It's a very nice, simple interface, very easy to use. very user friendly. So Elementary OS is very, very easy to use Linux version. It'll look familiar to you once it comes up. I'm waiting for this. Everybody's talking about Linux, and the reason why is if you look, your cell phones are all run under Linux, basically. You've got a lot of us out there that you've been using it for years. You've got mainframes now, all running IBM's mainframes are all running Linux now. So it's taken up 70% of the market on a lot of things, which is more than Mac and Microsoft. So with all that,
screen reader can be turned on with the keyboard shortcut Super plus Alt plus S.
This one talks to you, and I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I had one of my hearing aids cause a problem on me, and I decided to fix it. And I didn't want to do it on the camera. That wouldn't look so nice. But here you go. This is elementary, and we're going to skip all this. Oops, skip all. Get started. This is Elementary OS. Again, it's a very nice, clean interface up here, which is applications. It opens up, and these are all the different applications you have available right now as it's set up. You can add what you want to it by going to the elementary store which is it's not on here. Yep, there it is. App Center. Again, it kind of looks like it's a Mac in a way. And maybe it'll open up. Ooh, doesn't like the... Some programs just don't like to play in these virtual environments. And plus this is also live, not installed. So that becomes a problem. Many different ways to get to these interfaces. You can change the wallpaper if you want, display settings, system settings. These are all different system settings that we got available. So you can tweak the system however you want it to work. And add new workplace. And that's
I'll be back.
But anyways, that gives you an idea of some of the newer programs available. Now, also, for those who have already Linux and wants to, you can get a program and install it in your Linux,
Shall we play a
which
game?
allows you to make a USB drive that you can take with you of your operating system and go anywhere, and you have it in your pocket and you can use it on any computer, and you don't have to worry about security, because you're running your own system instead of the system that you're on, because it'll boot right off the USB port. And oh, excuse me.
This is a reminder. Take my pills.
Another fun day of having things going off
Take
on
my
me.
pills.
In here, you got let's see here. There's a program called Cubic, and you can run this,
Shall we play a game?
and it turns around and it lets you sit there and find out, okay, you know, where are we, what are we gonna, it wants to know what you're gonna use. So if I go here, select a directory where you're gonna, we'll put it right there. Okay. And then you go next. And like if we wanted to pick Debian, we'll pick that. And this way what it does is it reads out all the information of what it can. and it'll give it a name. This is going to be the file name of the OS that it's going to make for you, iOS. And then you got a volume name, which you can change all this if you want, make it whatever you want. And then you click next, and what it does is it analyzes everything. So it's analyzing the original disk image. And what it does is it'll take all of just the basic needs of stuff that's available off of that. Once it does get through all of it, which this is a DVD, so it's taking a little bit to analyze all of it. But it's a nice program that's very easy to use to make your own bootable flash drive that you can take with you wherever you go. So it does take a while. With everything, it takes a little bit. I'm not on a really big machine at the moment. This is just my video system, not my programming. But anyways, this will make Cubic will make the thumb drive for you to take wherever you want. And again, the name of it is called Cubic. And you can type in CUBIC in the search bar, and it'll pull up, and you can get the program downloaded for whatever OS that you're using with Linux, and then put it on there and then run it to make your own pocket version of what you're used to using at home with you when you go on the road somewhere. You can go to a local library or some other place and you have it available with you. You have to worry about their system.
I'll be back.
But that's one. Another one is called Penguin Eggs. Or Penguins Eggs, and that's another program that does again the same thing. It builds a small USB version that you then take and put it onto a thumb drive, and you have that available to take with you wherever you want, and allows you to save stuff on that drive, so you're always carrying, you know, whatever you have with you, and you can then, when you get home, take the stuff that you've been working on off of it and put it onto your home system, and you have it available there. So that's what that's set up for. And
I'll be back.
that's all that we got for today. I just wanted to let everybody know that you know, do yourself a favor, you know, try out Linux. You'll be happy you did it because you have full control over your computer. If you read the paperwork that comes with Microsoft's software, in there it says basically you don't own the software. You're actually just paying a license to use the software. As with this, which is open source, you own it. It's yours. You're free to do what you want with it. You're free to make changes to it. You're free to use different programs with it. So do yourself a favor and start getting onto something other than Windows, because with all of their stuff going on right now, it's all security breach. Everything you do, they see. Any password you type in, they get that. Any screen that you're on, they get that. It's all the information that you think they're not getting, they're getting with that AI that they're pushing. So the Gemini is on everything. It's even asking you when you go into a Word and you want to use a text document, he wants you to log into their system. Why? Why do you need to log in? All these years, all you do is open it up and you use it. Now it's asking you to log in. Why? Why do you need to do that? Well, that's the reason behind it, because that turns around and kicks in that AI again and starts to record what you're doing. So they get that information back to their system and they know what everybody's doing, what programs they're using, how often, and things like that. And that's way they can gear towards knowing what you're doing and throw advertisements out at you on getting software that they want you to buy. Everything's going to the cloud instead of you being able to download it like we did before, or even buy it in a physical DVD or CD, which what we used to do before. Now it's all downloadable and it's available automatically, but they're making you charge. The Office 365, they turn around and they've over 40% higher price on just the personal version of it now. So you're paying, instead of $60, you're paying $90, almost $100 for software that you used to pay $60 for. Again, that's not fair, but they're saying, oh, it's because of the AI that is in it, that's what you're paying the extra money for. Well, I never asked for it. I never asked to have the AI. I don't want the AI. You know, if I want to use AI, I'll use AI. But if I don't want to be forced to have to use something that I don't want to. And you should be doing that too. So, be safe. Be conscious about everything that you do with Windows. And that's all I gotta say. This is all I have to show you. You should be able to find a version that you like. You hear many versions available out there. Pick one. Just pick any one. Just like the Linux text, you know, they did the same thing. They decided on which versions they wanted to use to run Linux for their systems, and everybody picked a different one because of the way they liked it. And that's what you should do. We're not saying any one particular one is better than the other, but it depends on how old your machine is, depending on what you have in your machine. That's what determines what versions you should be looking at, because some are light and are better for older machines with less memory. And then you've got the big players out there, which are Debian, Ubuntu, you've got Fedora, which the Linus Torvalds, the gentleman who actually made the kernel back in '91, he uses Fedora for checking the kernel updates and everything that's being done on it. That's his job now, is to make sure that that's being done, and has all the different features in it that the manufacturers want, and depending on what the kernel's used for, depends on the features, whether it's on the phone, whether it's on a local home system, whether it's on an enterprise system, or on a mainframe. He checks all the different kernels now. His code is about maybe 2% of what the total code is now. But his job is basically just going through and checking it, working with the manufacturers to get drivers built into it with the changes they do each year, and make sure that the actually runs and picks up everything that's on the system, and make sure that it's available to the system to make it run very nice and smooth. With that being what I was saying, is everybody on YouTube and who are techs that have been in this industry a long time, like myself, say that you need to get off of Windows, and you need to do it now if you want to save your privacy. Whether you go to Macintosh or whether you change over to Linux, it's your decision. We're just showing you the avenues and what you have available to you, which you've had, but this is the year with what Microsoft did that is bringing Linux into the forefront of everything instead of behind, which a lot of us who are experienced with operating systems and that have been using. So if it's good enough for us, it's good enough for you. And that's all I got for this today, this live session. And I have more to do next week. I got a couple more videos that I'm working on right now, which I'll have out. And all I gotta say is have a great weekend. So long, and watch your six. You have a good night, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and to subscribe, and help me build my channel. And I'd like to thank everybody for showing up tonight, and thank you very much.